Hey, it's Sergeant Gaming here. Hold on, let me get back to World of Tanks. There we go. So, we are watching Darth Vader in his m48Patton. Now, I have seen this battle once before, mainly because I accidentally herp-a-derped and decided to not set my microphone. Yeah, that would be nice to do that. Yeah, that would be helpful, so you can actually hear me talking. Yeah, this is Darth Vader's m48Patton, and there are some good things to point out here. And hold on, I can't. Hold on. I'm going to have to alt-tab out real quick. Hopefully it still shows there. It might just show a frozen screen. I don't know. Okay, my mic is working. Good. Okay, so sorry if you heard that. I had to take a drink. My throat is extremely dry. Alright, so he rushes up here to get around this rock, takes a hit from the T-54, and it looks like he was going to turn around, but he decides not to. Now he goes around up here to get some flanking shots on the tanks down in that little lower area of this hill. So he's been spotted now. And he takes a shot at the Ferdinand and it bounces. I'm really not all that surprised because it's a Ferdinand. And he was shooting at the side of the gun area. But yeah. Now if you're paying attention, have you noticed that the IS-7, the E-75, or the E-75 is actually kind of backing down? If Ferdinand's in a bad position, he barely escaped. Now, bear in mind this E-75 just retreated. If you look, the E-75 just retreated. Now it's a T-54, an IS-7, and a E-50M against a m48Patton and an IS-7 who's backed around the corner. So, I mean, I get why the E-75 retreated, but he went for one Ferdinand that's on 29 health. That shot hit the ground. Now, he backs up, and this is a very risky move, and he turns his turret, because that T-54, the T-54 could come up and shoot him in the back. I mean, he is a tier 8, but still. I mean, we've already seen him do damage to him once. Now that shot, I mean, you heard he locked onto the target, so that way he could turn around and his turret would still follow the target while he checked the 6 to make sure nobody was back there, which was a very good move. Now that 110 is backed up, and now it's him versus an IS-7, and I'm pretty sure that E-50, yeah, the E-50 is still up there. Now he tries to get it. No, wait, that is. Yeah, that E-75 moving into the base is not so good, but yeah. Now his team has made it to all the way to the back of the map. The Conqueror, and he kills the Conqueror. AMX 5100. That's a tank to be wary about. At least I actually don't know what happens to it. I know it dies later on, but that is still a tank to be wary about, and it was good that he was showing interest in its whereabouts. Now he looks like he's trying to tease him the firing earlier, but at least what I see is still well behind the rock. Now if you hear noises, my cat's pulling at the carpet. So he's been spotted. He bounces a shot off the IS-7. Now, our IS-7 has decided to move up. He eats a shot from the IS-7 right into the side of the E-50 turret, which you might say, why would you kill a tank that's on low health and not shoot a tank that's on higher health? And you do that because if you don't shoot at the E-50, he could probably still get one more shot off. And the IS-7 was retreating. So basically you always want to kill the lowest health tank because it's one less gun that can shoot at you. There's that Jagdpanzer E100. Now he is currently preventing Darth Vader to get over there, because if he takes a hit, the chances of him living are not very great. And he bounces a shot off the E-75, and then the E-75 bounces off him. He rushes the E-75, knowing that he can reload first, and he is firing heat now because he doesn't want to take any chances. Now, when I first saw this, an artillery and a medium tank versus a heavy tank and a tank destroyer, I thought there was no way. But he does have a chance because they are using teamwork. Because the object 261 is letting him know when he can fire. And he's telling him which points to walk, and then Darth is telling him what spots to look out for. And then there's that Jagdpanzer U-100. So, unlike me, I probably stick out and try to shoot him. He decides to stay back and not shoot him. So, I believe his plan here is to flank around and kill him. Or apparently not. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. Or no, he's trying to get him spotted for the artillery to shoot at, I'm pretty sure. And again, team is communicating. Even the dead IS-7. And he's telling, Darth is telling the artillery to move over to the other corner of the map. Now he is being very cautious because there is a Jagdpanzer E100 up on the hill. Or if you heard that, had to take another drink. So he's been spotted. And object 261 is reloading. Still trying to tell him to move over there. poking out, see what he can see. See if anything pops up. Continues on. And it looks like he was going to be careful and drive around the cap, which is a good idea, so you don't alert the Jag Panther E100 to his whereabouts. Oh, there's the Jag Panther E100. Somebody can tell me if it's Jag Panther or Jag Panther. Or I know they're both technically correct, but I want to know which is the German way. Pretty sure it's Jag Panther. I don't know. He sets him on fire. The Jag Panther E100 puts the flames out immediately and shoots him. So he has 49 seconds left to get to the cap, and can easily make it there in time. Now that Jag Panther E100 is a good player, but Darth Vader's WN8 rating is better. And hold on. So yeah, he hits the E100. The E100 is now one-shot kill, and he can most likely take a shot from the E100. And there's the shot that wins the game. So this has been Sergeant Gaming, and bye.